Minutes from downtown Austin is this custom home that's on 3 floors and has this incredible balcony that looks out to a beautiful backyard. If you like custom home walkthroughs, stick with me for a great home tour. Now, this is 2411 McCall Road right here in Austin, Texas. I want to give a shout out to the listing agent on this one, John Laisren at Travis Real Estate. Really appreciate John letting me put this on my social media so you could see a home that's got 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, is just shy of 3,700 square feet, and was built in 2025. Now, this is currently for sale at just under $3.3 million. And I think you can see why. Being right in the heart of Tarrytown, which is minutes from downtown Austin, sandwiched in between downtown Austin and the Domain area, you got some incredible upgrades that we're going to go through, and we have an open concept 3-story home. Now, as we get to the main living area and look around so you can take all this in, just know I'm going to go through all of this in full detail. We're going to go out to that second floor balcony, or I guess we can call this the main floor, and I'm going to show you what backyards look like on new homes right here in Tarrytown. And we're also going to talk about the unique parts of this specific home, because we do have neighbors behind us, we have neighbors on either side, but I think the builder on this was very strategic on how they made privacy within the property line. So we got good mature trees, and then we have some design features that really give us great privacy in this home. Now, like usual, we're going to start right here in the kitchen. And by the way, my name is Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and 98% of my clients reach out to me through social media. And it's because I love showing kitchens like this, and my clients tell me they love kitchens that have a good stark contrast in color. And I think you can see that contrast in color where we'll see this backsplash above the Thermador gas stove. We got a designer vent hood above this gas stove. But I think most importantly, what really stands out in this kitchen is got to be the countertops. So many of my clients tell me when they're designing kitchens or they're looking at brand new homes, they want some sort of focal point in the kitchen. When there's too many focal points in the kitchen, they battle with each other for attention, and then it just doesn't feel right. There's no flow. But what I think flows really well in this kitchen, other than those sliding glass doors bringing in so much natural light, it's got to be these countertops. Notice all the veins and movement through the countertop. I think it's one of the eye catchers right when you get out to this main living area. And I love how they ran it right here in this large kitchen island. And I love to see this in Tarrytown. A lot of people looking around this area want some sort of design feature in this kitchen. Now, I love those spherical pendant lights as well. So many fun accents that I can show you here. But one of those accents that you got to see is going to be the Tarrytown Neighborhood Park. It's actually walking distance from this home. We got Littlefields is also walking distance from this home, which is a couple food trucks, and they got some turf there. And for people that move to Austin, or maybe they're even just visiting Austin, they want to actually feel like they're in Austin, they go to places like that, like Littlefields, that's walking distance from here. They grab tacos at the food truck, and they get that feel of being in Austin. And you could have that right outside your door and just walk around the neighborhood and enjoy some of these things. And I'm going to show you some of those things a little bit in a couple minutes into this video. And I mentioned this was 3 floors. So upstairs, we got a flex area that I can't wait for you to see. Downstairs, we're going to get to a few bedrooms, actually 2 bedrooms, a game room, and then that pool backyard area. But I want to first show you this dining room, because the dining room, for a lot of people, they tell me in their older home that they live in right now, their dining room is kind of its own dedicated area, and nobody ever uses it. It's just a place where male sits on the dining table, and that's about it. But I love how they made this open to the rest of the living room, and then you got great windows to a mature tree. You also got a butler's pantry that's got space for a mini fridge and great cabinetry in here. And this is where I think the space becomes much more usable. So a lot of people who don't want that dedicated dining room, I think having the dining room is still obviously important. You need somewhere to eat, but having it open to the rest of the main living area is very important. But one thing I'm going to keep coming back to is you have great design in this home. I'm going to show you this fireplace a little bit more in detail, but I want you to imagine sitting in this living room, because it would look and feel so different without these sliding glass doors. And what I think they did great on this build is they put in sliding glass doors in multiple areas in this home. You're going to actually see 2 more sets of sliding glass doors downstairs. One of them's just in a hallway, which opens up to the patio. Another one has like a second patio. It's so well done how they utilize sliding glass doors, which is great for bringing in natural light, but also great for functionality. And I don't want you to wait anymore. I want you to see this balcony, because I looked at the pictures, obviously, before I got into this home, but the feeling that you get when you're out in this backyard patio and the privacy that you feel is so important. And that's what people tell me they want to have. Even being minutes from downtown Austin, you have a lot of events you can get to around downtown. It's obviously a very lively, active city being here in Austin, Texas. But some people tell me, hey, after a long day of work, they just want to fire up the grill, they want to sit outside, and they want to feel like they're around nature. And even though we back up to neighbors, even though we have some electrical there and behind this property line, I think you still feel that nature here because of all the mature trees and so much greenery that's here in the backyard. Let me know what you think about this, and don't worry, we're going to get downstairs here in a second. Hey, real quick, I'm at the Tarrytown Park. That is a 2-minute walk from the home that we're touring. This is why I love coming out to areas like this. I know it's nothing baffling having a neighborhood park like this, but my point in sharing this with you is it doesn't feel like you're minutes from downtown Austin. But when you're in this park, this small pocket park, 2 minutes walk from the home that we are touring, it feels like you're in a completely different area. Now, speaking of parks, if you like Zilker Park, or you've heard of Austin City Limits, which is a big music festival, biggest in Texas, that's right here in Austin. It's held at Zilker Park. That's about a 7-minute drive from the homes that are in this area of Tarrytown without traffic, right? It's a few miles away, and this is why so many people look at homes around this area. It's the location and what you can get around this area that's incredible. And so if you're interested in that, you want to connect with a great realtor, connect with me and my team by scanning this QR code. It starts a text message, and all you got to do is click send, and then my team and I can connect with you on your criteria and figure out what your best options look like. Also, at the bottom of the description of this video is a number. You can also text that number. That goes to me and my team, and then we can connect with you if you're watching this on your mobile. Now, if you're watching this home and you're loving what you're seeing, wait till you see what's coming up next. Back to the video. Okay, I can't wait to show you that pool along with all the turf that's there in the backyard. Really great backyard for being in Tarrytown. I don't think I showed it to you, but I believe that's a gas stub out for a grill. So if you're worried about, well, hey, I got to go all the way downstairs to grill, you actually have space to do that right here on this very large balcony. And I think we covered a lot of the main living area. There is a lot more to go on this main floor down there. Like, we got a bedroom with an in-suite full bathroom. But what I want to cover is going to be, number one, this primary bedroom with a bathroom, so much natural light coming in here and so much space. Then I think we're gonna head upstairs just to show you what they added as square footage, which I think was so smart. I'll show you why in a second. Then we'll head all the way downstairs, and I really wanna show you that backyard and game room. But stick with me here, because take a look at this primary bedroom. I wanna make sure that you're seeing how large this is. You have so much space here between the bed as well as this side wall. I think most definitely room for a dresser if you wanted to put it in there, and then some great transom windows over the bed to bring in some natural light. And that just continues to be the running theme in this home, is fitting in windows wherever they can, as well as this huge window in the primary bathroom. And take a look at this bathroom. Great upgrades that we see here. I love how they have a contrasting color between the countertops and the cabinets. A little bit of a skinnier mirror with some sconces on either side. But for me, and for a lot of my clients, they tell me they want something fun on their bathroom floor, and I think this tile really does it. Take a look at all the movement that's here. They laid it in a herringbone pattern, and that just forces your eyes to look all the way through to that window with all that great greenery back here. Okay, now we have a primary shower in the back, and what I think is really interesting about this is I don't even have the light on in the primary shower, And that same tile that ran on the floor of the bathroom, they ran in a smaller tile, but also in a herringbone pattern in here. So I think that design hits. Tiles going all the way up to the ceiling. We got 2 shampoo niches, but take a look at what it faces out to. You just have so much natural light with both of these windows here. And if you are a tub person, well then this is a great place for a freestanding tub. Amazing. I think you'd be shocked at what you can do in spaces like this. It's just a matter of having great design and fun elements in the home while still getting what people want, which is what people tell me, natural light and feeling like they have a little bit more space. Now, I mentioned you could put a dresser in your bedroom, but I'm not sure if that's needed. You do have a lot of built-ins already in this closet. I guess it just depends on how much stuff that you have. But to get all this in Tarrytown, incredible, because this is what people want. Being in this area, they want a move-in ready home that they can enjoy minutes from downtown Austin, also minutes from the Domain area, which is the second downtown of Austin, north of here. If you want details of everything that's going on here, reach out to me. If I don't know anything about the property or a detail that I thought was not shown anywhere, I can always talk to the listing agents, and that's why I do videos like this, because I love establishing relationships with great listing agents. I also love knowing what's coming soon or coming, a month or 2 from now. And often a lot of listing agents are talking to sellers, as am I, trying to figure out when they should list their home. And so oftentimes we know about listings months before they actually come to the market and go active. And if you want to tap into that, again, let me know. But what I want to show you here, getting back into the home tour, is this second floor. So it's actually a 3-story plan. So this is the top floor is what I should be calling it. And once upon a time, most likely just, attic space here, but we have, or what would usually be attic space, I should say. This is a 2025 build. You have as a great game room area. Now, what I've found is important about this space is that built-in privacy factor. I talk about this often, where a lot of people would tell me if they're gonna sacrifice on their home for the location, they look at areas like Tarrytown or Rosedale, Allendale, Northwest Hills, these neighborhoods that are in central Austin that feel like you still live in Austin. It feels like you got the vibe of Austin, but it's more livable than downtown, which can be a little bit more hectic, a little bit more congested. And what people tell me is when they compromise on their house, so they go down on square footage, maybe they don't get the size they want, but they get the location, sometimes they can feel like they're living on top of each other. And the best solution to that is to just have different levels. Different levels means that you have privacy that's built in. So somebody on that top floor could be enjoying maybe a ball game, maybe a movie up there. For my clients who tell me they have kids, they love their kids, they love spending time with their kids, but there are times where they just need a little bit of separation. If their kids want to be loud and rowdy, they want a place that they can do that in. And I completely understand where you're coming from. While we go through this game room area, which really opens up with these sliding glass doors that I'm going to keep talking about throughout this video, and we do have an in-suite full bathroom, so you do have a great pool bath that's accessible here. And I'm going to show you actually another one later on in the video. What I want to mention is I grew up in Pennsylvania, and where we grew up in Pennsylvania, everybody had basements. And so when we grew up, when we were kids, we would just go to the basement. We could be loud. We could do obstacle courses. We could play football, soccer, pretty much like any sport you could think of. We could play in our basement and somehow manage. And it wouldn't matter if we just were knocking things around, if we were, I mean, goodness, the games that we would play would be unbelievable. They're so loud, but we could do it because the parents realized they could spend time upstairs, and we were all good in the basement. And in Austin and really anywhere in Texas, basements are not popular for many reasons. And so we lose that built-in privacy from time to time. And that's why I like properties like this, where we got 3 different levels, and you can get some of that privacy back by having these different levels. And I can't tell you how important this is, where a lot of people just look at square footage. I'm looking at functionality. I'm looking at these different factors
that absolutely play a role in how it feels to be in some of these homes. And you let me know how this feels, because this is incredible backyard. When I saw the pictures, I said, how did they fit that in there? You know, we're on around 0.2 acres, and this is called maximizing space in a brilliant way while still keeping a lot of the natural trees that are here. And some of those natural trees are right here. We do have a balcony I just showed you previously that we were on earlier, right off of that dining room. If you hear anything going, the pool is going. I don't know if my microphone's catching that, but there is a motor there to, I think, run some things in the pool. And then you have some good privacy with the trees in the back. Obviously, on the right side, the fence is a little bit lower, so that is something that we could always talk to the sellers on. Always want to be transparent with you, but just to orient yourself, that is going to be the primary bathroom. That's the balcony that we were on, and that was the upstairs we were just on. And this is what you can fit on 0.2 acres when you have an intelligent build with great design. Now, this is what I meant by the pool bath. There is actually a separate bathroom right there. So that would be more of the pool bath. So I shouldn't say it's here in the game room, but I guess it just depends on what you're doing. If you are entertaining back here, maybe you're doing like a backyard cookout or just having fun in the backyard, you have a lot of people over, well then this could be that game room area with electrical up on the wall, so you could put a TV there, and then you got the full bathroom there. Or you could just close off that bathroom, and again, that's your pool bath. You do have a patio area there underneath the balcony, and then this is one of the bedrooms that's here. And I know that because I thought to myself, hey, didn't I not count 5 bedrooms? And I realized they designed that last room that we just saw more as like a downstairs game room. So this home does have essentially 2 game rooms in, one on the top floor, one on the bottom floor. And then they have some really cool built-in closet right over here on this side. And both of the bedrooms down here have in-suite access to full bathrooms. We've already seen this one. This one's accessible from the game room as well. You can see there on the left side. But what I love, and I think what's most underrated about this, is another set of sliding glass doors. When I was turning on all the lights in this home, I almost missed the hallway lights that were here. And it's because there's a lot of natural light coming in here. I said, wait a second, I'm on the bottom floor. Where's the natural? And it just kind of hit me right in the face. It's the sliding glass door is doing so much for this area. And this is where I feel like when I see new builds, this is where they cut back. This would normally just be a hallway. It'd be dark, but they would hope whoever's buying this would already make their buying decision based on what they saw upstairs. By the time they get downstairs, hopefully they're already emotionally bought into the home. And I don't want to call it a trick. It's just sometimes that's the budget that people have when they build these. And I loved seeing that sliding glass door because I think you have to keep going with these different upgrades when you talk about having a backyard like that, right? Well, that backyard is made to have a lot of people over, enjoy the outdoor area that's here. That's why it's all set up for that. And I think multiple sliding glass doors to that area is fantastic. This was also smart. You get so many people that say, oof, I wish I would have put plumbing in my backyard so I could build out a shower after the fact close by so people don't have to come through my house after they're in the pool. And I've had a lot of people build. Like I mentioned, I've represented clients with 21 different builders, and I love seeing this. It's not only elegant design. Take a look at that floor tile running all the way from the floor in the bathroom right into the walk-in shower, which ends up being a mud set. You got this great towel work in here, great upgrades, but very functional. And that is the combination I'm constantly looking for in these homes, and I love seeing it right here in Tarrytown. Okay, let's get back upstairs. I want to show you the rest of that main floor, and I didn't want to miss it. There is closet space down here. I think they were I got to see what they're doing back here, but I think this is just storage for the most part. When I say see what they're doing back there, I'm not sure if this wall was going to be finished or not, but I could always ask, is finished on that side. But either way, just a closet. And when you get to the bottom of the steps, I'll say it again, like you're hit with that pool and the sliding glass doors. What a fantastic upgrade. You let me know what you think about this and where we are, where the sellers are at just under $3.3 million at the time I'm recording this video. Okay, now getting back to the main floor, what I love about this is when you come down from the stairs or come up from the stairs, depending on where you are, you're just met with this wide open main living area. And I think for some people, they say, hey, my living room has to have tall ceilings. They want sometimes open to the second story. That's at least what we see a lot in the suburbs where there are a lot of open concept plans. Here, I think for trying to maximize the square footage on these lots where sometimes these lots come available because of a tear down or something like that, well, they may still try to get an open concept home, but it doesn't necessarily need to be open to the second story. So, these areas are all different from each other, but in Tarrytown, I think it's all about trying to maximize square footage while still being functional. You don't want just a bunch of rooms that are closed off and then the home doesn't feel open concept. And that's what I like about this home and a lot of the homes that I tour. I try to find the ones that I think are that combination. Okay, so we do have still that secondary bedroom on this main floor, but I didn't want to miss the utility room because I found over the years this is underrated. I've had so many people build homes and they love their tile they put in the utility room. Let me know if you love this tile. I think it plays off so well from the contrast in the countertops and the cabinets. Love that darker color in there. They somehow fit another window in here. A lot of great natural light from the front door. And then so many people tell me this secondary bedroom is so important to them. For people that are looking at multi-generational living, and I just had this call 4 days ago. Somebody called me and said, they were watching my YouTube videos, and every time they see me tour a home with a secondary bedroom on the main floor, they think of their parents. And they shared with me 4 days ago that their parents' health is not doing so well. I don't want to share anything super personal. Obviously, I'm not going to share their name, but they just mentioned that it's a concern. It's nothing major that happened to their parents, but it's kind of frightening getting to that point where they start thinking more and more and more about their parents' health, as they should, right? But it is frightening, right? We should all accept that it's not an easy subject to broach of having your parents on the first floor, not going up and down the steps, but they can access the kitchen, they can access the main living area, they can enjoy the outdoors with the second floor balcony, they can put a TV here, and they want that on their first floor, and that is a must-have. Maybe a couple years ago, they would have said that would be nice to have for their next home. Now it's a must-have, and so it's something that I always try to keep top of mind for people who are valuing that extra space here, that extra bedroom, so their parents who may be visiting not just for a weekend or a couple weeks, maybe sometimes for months, then it's great to have them comfortable on the first floor. Okay, let me know what you think about this option in Tarrytown. What do you think about the park earlier? What do you think about everything in this home? I want to hear from you in the comments. And then if you're wondering, well, what are your best options in the Austin, Texas metro area? Because right now the market's very dynamic. There's a lot more listings. Now interest rates just hit a 10-month low at the time I'm recording this video. So there's all these different variables that are playing a factor on pricing. But I think what matters most is you have to understand what your criteria looks like and match up your criteria with the best options that are on market now, but also options that are coming to market a month from now or 2 months from now. And we know what those options look like. If you want to connect with us, scan this QR code. And what that does is it starts a call. All you have to do is confirm that you want to call me. And right now that goes directly to my cell phone at the time I'm recording this. So I would love to connect and get a good feel of what you want. And then if I can't help you, maybe there's a better realtor for your criteria, I'm happy to connect you with that realtor who's great at what they do for your specific criteria. Okay, and then if you're watching this on mobile, I should say that there's my number, and there should be a link at the bottom of the description of this video that has a way to connect with me and my team. So would love to connect. And then if you're loving these home tours, you want to see more kitchens that are open like this with great upgrades, then go ahead and click on the video on this side of your screen. And as always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.